Cosmic.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's episode, girl, who do you think you are? So for today's video is what I meant. I'm doing a Q&A on Instagram. I posted a story with the little question thing, and I allowed y'all to ask me questions, and I told y'all I was gonna answer them on a YouTube video. So hopefully you guys ask some good questions. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, the first question is, when did you find out you were pregnant? So I found out I was pregnant January 2020 after my period was late. It's pretty consistent, so I knew right away, like, okay, something's wrong. I didn't have any symptoms. I didn't feel sick. I didn't throw up. I didn't feel none of that. I just knew strictly because my period was late. Will you be wearing makeup in the delivery room? Girl. No, I'm gonna have my lashes done, so I'm gonna make sure like a couple days before my due date I go get my lashes filled in. I feel like I'm not gonna be caring about my makeup. I'm gonna be worried about pushing this baby out, but I just gotta make sure my lashes are cute. What are personal things you did to transition from military to civilian? Okay, so things I did, I made sure that I had a lot of schooling done. I was only 2 courses away from my bachelor's, so that was pretty big to me. Also, I saved up some money. I didn't save up as much money as I should have or as I wanted to, not even close. I paid off debt. I made sure I wasn't that deep in credit card debt, so that when I did leave the military and I don't have that steady paycheck anymore, I don't have to worry about like paying so many things off at once. So really, you don't want to like leave the military and you have a lot of shit you still have to pay for, because then you're just setting yourself up to have high payments that you don't think is high when you're in the military, but when you're out in the civilian and there's that gap between, you know, getting out and not having that job or not getting your BAH from the GI Bill, then it's a lot. Are you and your husband moving, or are you and your husband going to be together for your, wait, what? Are you and your husband going to be moving in together for your baby? Okay, one, I do not have a husband, and no, I'm not doing that. What happened to your relationship? Hashtag just wondering. Okay, so honestly, I got a lot of questions about, am I single? What happened to my relationship? So I'm not gonna address any more of those questions, or I'm not gonna answer all of those questions. I'm gonna address it just once and one time only. I am not in a relationship. I am single, and I'm not gonna go into detail what happened. Shit just doesn't work out, you know. It's fine, it's okay, you gotta move on. But yeah, that's basically the only thing I'm saying. What's a nationality you always get mixed up with? Okay, so a lot of people think I'm Hispanic. A lot of people think I am mixed with black. A lot of people think I am Asian. A lot of people think I'm Chinese, which Chinese, that's very like ignorant for you to say that I'm Chinese. Like, Chinese people have very fair skin and chinkier eyes, and I don't have that, so I don't know why you would even think I'm like Chinese. I'm fully Filipina. Biggest pregnancy craving. So honestly, I haven't had any cravings. Okay, that's so wrong. So honestly, I didn't have cravings until about like a couple weeks ago. I've been craving a lot of like sweets, like If you look on my story, I've been getting a dozen donuts from Dunkin' Donuts lately because I'm just craving it. And then I have my dad make me some chocolate pudding pie, and yeah, it's been bad. Like this whole pregnancy, I've been good on just eating what I need to eat, eating healthy, not eating anything like crazy. Now it's like all I want is sweets. What would you tell a young lady in high school who's considering the military? So first, I would say it's a very, 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 very great decision. Nothing I regret, nothing I will ever regret. Honestly, the experience you get is so worth it. The experience and the memories and the people you meet. Not everybody's experience is gonna be great. Not everybody's experience is gonna be worth it to them, but to me, I believe it's well worth it. You just gotta make sure you make the best out of the opportunity, because you will be presented with a lot of opportunities. It's really what you make out of it. Your parents' and brothers' reactions to finding out a bit about baby K. So I didn't tell my parents until I want to say I was 3 months pregnant. I think it was March. That's when I told them. I actually didn't tell them. I had my baby's father tell them because I was scared. I was just scared of how my dad was gonna react. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other females can relate to that, because like, that's your dad. But they were shocked. My mom started crying, but I think my mom started crying only because she realized she was getting old and her oldest child was pregnant and having a kid, and that she was gonna be a grandma. I think that's really why she was crying. And my dad, he kind of walked out. I don't know. I was nervous at first. I was like, what the heck? But he came up to me later, the next day, and he said how proud he was of me. He was just really like, he didn't know what to say in the moment, but he's so happy for me and he supports me and he knows I'm gonna be a great mom. So yeah. And then my brothers, basically I texted my brother who's California at the time, and I was like, hey, by the way, I'm pregnant. And he was like, congrats. Me and my brother's relationship is weird, but like, we love each other. If you could go back and fix one mistake, what would it be? Let me think. I don't know. I feel like every mistake I made, it was for the better. At least that's how I look at it. I learned from it and I grew from it, and yeah. I know it's such a cliche answer, but that's really how I try to look at things. I try to stay positive, and you know, people make mistakes. Are you still in the Army? If so, are you re-enlisting? Does the baby change anything? Congrats. Thank you. No, I'm not in the Army. I already got out. Another reason why I got out was because of the baby, because I don't know, being like stationed so far away and being stationed alone, not having really family there or anybody I can trust to watch over the baby, I think that played a huge part in me wanting to get out. I mean, I was gonna get out anyways, pregnant or not, but that really like confirmed it. What's the worst breakup you've ever been through? Girl. I think the worst breakup I've ever been through, man, doesn't it seem like every breakup you go through seems like it's the worst thing ever, and then when you look back at it, you're like, okay, that was not shit. But I think the worst breakup ever was when I was overseas and I called things off with someone who I had dated since high school. It took a lot for me to leave that relationship because I knew, like, I don't know, I knew I couldn't trust that person at the time, so it's like, why would I even put myself through this? You know how when you get like crazy and you know you're being crazy and you're like, oh my god, you shouldn't be with someone who makes you like crazy. But yeah, that was really bad. I felt like it was the end of the world. I really got close to God that summer. Like, that being in Qatar was probably the worst, but then as I learned to get out of it, it became one of the best moments in my life. Are you and your man still together? No. What are your plans after giving birth? By the way, congrats. I love you. I love you. Thank you. So my plans after giving birth is I'm already gonna be in school, and I'm gonna be going to school like physically. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have all my classes scheduled on one day out of the week, so that when the baby does come, I'm just taking one day out of the week, and my mom or my dad can watch the baby for a couple hours while I'm doing that. My camera just cut me off, so hopefully it's in the same position. Okay, so oh man, I forgot what was the question. Oh, my plans after giving birth. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be going to school. So the baby's supposed to come in September. I think I'm gonna take the rest of 2020 off and not go to work, and just try to go to work in January of next year. I refuse to let my baby go to daycare, especially as an infant, and he's getting his vaccines, and also with this pandemic, like, I would rather be safe than sorry. I don't want anything to happen to him. The coronavirus is just, that's a whole thing itself. So I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't trust anyone anyways. Is your baby daddy going to be involved with your baby? That's a question for him, not me, but yeah, he is. What's been the biggest struggle for you this year, or setback / disappointment? So, oh man, the biggest disappointment or struggle for me this year was feeling alone in my pregnancy. So that was something that I really struggled with for a couple of months. And I was just in a really bad place. And then I think just being pregnant just made my emotions so much more, if that makes sense. Like, when I was really like feeling alone, I really felt alone. When I was really sad, I was really, really, really sad. And I was more sad than happy for a couple months. So yeah, but we're good now, girl. Let's see. Was your pregnancy planned, and how far along were you when you found out? My pregnancy, okay, it wasn't planned, but it wasn't not planned. Does that make sense? Like, I was on birth control. He knew I was on birth control. It was like sort of a, if it happens, if it happens kind of thing. And then I want to say like 8 weeks when I found out. That's when I took my pregnancy test. Flex why the pineapples are forever. Yes, the pineapples are forever and ever and ever and ever. Like, there will never not be a pineapple. So if you guys don't know, if you haven't been following me since my high school days, the pineapples are me, Katrina, Relissa, and Bernadette. And yeah, we just, one day we started a group chat, and I want to say it was like I can't remember, but it's been a long time. We started a group chat, and we've been talking in that group chat every single day since that year. Those are my girls, and those are literally the only females I trust. Fave go-to lip combo. So girl, my fave go-to lip combo, let me see if I have it. Okay, so fave go-to lip combo. So of course I line my lips with the NYX lip liner in mahogany, and then I top it off with my Too Faced lip injection lip gloss. Literally my favorite lip gloss, but it's expensive as hell. So I be having my cheap lip gloss from the beauty supply store on hand too. What are you most worried about during labor? I think I'm most worried about I hear that you can tear your butthole and that's so scary to me. Like, what? Like, it's like thinking of labor is scary itself, but like thinking of everything that can go wrong is even worse. Have you ever been arrested? No, I've never been arrested, but there has been times where I was close. So favorite actor, actress, and fave movie. So my favorite actor is Johnny Depp because range, girl, he can literally play anything, honestly. Any advice for someone struggling badly with self-esteem? I've been at a place where I really was hard on myself and I looked in the mirror and I did not like who I seen. I didn't like what was standing in front of me, but you just have to learn how to love yourself. You are beautiful, you are amazing, you are exactly who God made you, and God made you and no one else out there is like you. And when you understand that, then you're gonna realize, okay, yeah, I am amazing. Sometimes you have to take the root of the problem and either owning up to it or getting rid of it, or just full head on dealing with it. I think that really helps you build your self-esteem. At least that's what helped me when I was struggling with my self-esteem. It was because of weight issues, of a bad relationship, of I just wasn't in a good space mentally, physically, and emotionally. So of course, when I looked at myself, I wasn't confident at all. So, you know, I started working out. I realized my self-worth and I got out of that bad relationship. I started praying more. I started writing in my journal. I don't really like to talk to other people about my issues because one, I don't really trust people, and then two, I feel like, oh, like no one really wants to listen to me. Like I don't want to be a burden, which is bad. Like there are people who are out there who genuinely want to be there for you, but for me, I felt like I didn't have anybody at the time. So what I did was I got a journal, and every night I would write in my journal, just express how I feel, you know, being honest with myself, being open with myself. And it's good to write it in your own journal because you know nobody else is gonna read that. You know nobody else is gonna judge you. It allows you to let go of that energy and not bottle it up, because bottling everything up inside is the worst thing you can do. But yeah, I hope I answered your question. You're beautiful, girl, no matter what anybody says. What are your go-to workouts for leg/booty day? So I love going heavy. Like going heavy is what gets you the gains, to be honest. I love going heavy on squats. I love going heavy on deadlifts. I love going heavy on leg presses, and then the leg extensions. Those work out more like your quads, your legs. But for my glutes, I love doing cable workouts. What's your personal motivation to do what you do? I think my personal motivation is that I have goals. I have things I want to do and be in life, and I can't get there if I'm just sitting on my butt all day, you know? So I think just me seeing the bigger picture and me seeing what I want and knowing what I want, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there. So yeah. Are you and the last dude still together? No, we're not together. Are you still in a relationship? Okay, so I think I answered everything. All the other questions were asking about my past relationship. So yeah, thank you guys so much for asking me all the questions. This was a fun video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave any suggestions what I should do next. Yeah, thank you guys.